Manga-Waido.
I'm Misaki Yoshikawa. My dad was a lazy bum. My mom had to work multiple jobs to provide for us. My dad quit his job many years ago. Apparently, he won a lot of money gambling. He says he's an investor now, but all he does is sleep on the couch these days. My mom worked around the clock to put food on the table. She was the one holding this family together. Mom, I folded the laundry, and I already vacuumed the floor. Thank you, Misaki. I wish Dad would do things around the house. He'll never do that. Just let him be. I didn't want to end up like my father, so I always worked hard in school. In middle school, I was nominated class president. The permission slips are due by tomorrow, everyone. Don't forget. Okay. You need your parents to sign them, so make sure to bring it tomorrow, okay?
Yeah.
Misaki is like our teacher. Yeah, she's always looking after us. Some of the boys were annoyed by me like that, but I didn't really mind. I had lots of friends at school, and life was good. But there was this one guy who always caused trouble. His name was Reito Fukuyama. He was one of the bad kids. Hey, did you bring the permission slips? It's due tomorrow, so don't forget.
Huh? Screw that. If you really want it, come to my house.
You know I can't do that. Look, if you lost your permission slip, just say so and...
Shut up! Stop telling me what to do, you teacher's pet!
He was like this to everyone. He was always so angry. Reito messed with the teachers too. There was this teacher who wore a wig and he made fun of him every single time. He made the nerdy kids do his homework. I told him to stop many times, but he just didn't listen. He was out of control. But then one day...
It's gone! I put it right here!
It was the last day of the school festival. The box containing the money we made disappeared. We accused Reito immediately. He was sitting at the corner of the classroom reading a comic book.
Huh? I didn't do anything. But when we were taking out the trash, you were the only one here!
Yeah, stealing is wrong.
I said I didn't do it!
Things were starting to get heated, so I stepped in. Hold on, everyone, let's not point fingers. I saw the guy from the organization committee walking down the hallway just now. Maybe someone handed him the money while we were gone. So we went to check with the organizing committee, and I was right. They had the money. Turns out our teacher handed the money over while we were out taking the trash. We all apologized to Reito, but he was pissed. After that, he stopped talking to everyone. Things were getting kinda awkward for everyone. But then, a few weeks later, he left our school. I kinda felt bad, but I didn't even know where he was anymore. Then, years later, it was graduation day. I still felt bad about what happened with Reito, but then, something unexpected happened. Wait, Fukuyama?
No way.
I ran into Reito in high school. He was no longer the bad kid. He was just a normal high school student now.
Shut up. Oh, and,
What?
well, I just wanted to say, back in middle school, thanks for standing up for me.
At first, I had no idea what he was talking about. Then I realized he was talking about the incident after the school festival. Before I could say anything, he walked away. After that, we became good friends. He was actually pretty fun to talk to. But then...
Yoshikawa, it's your mother. She's in the hospital.
What? My mom was hospitalized. She passed out while she was working. I thought she just needed some time to rest, but then... Cancer? She was diagnosed with cancer. My mom was an orphan, so there were no relatives we could ask for help. And my dad's parents were long gone, so we were on our own. I started working at a nearby convenience store to make some extra money from my mom's treatment. But then, my dad kept wasting our money on alcohol and gambling. Dad, stop it! I'm trying to save up some money for mom's treatment.
Shut up! I'm the man of the house. I can do what I want.
Screw you! You're just a lazy bum! If it wasn't for Mom, you would have starved to death years ago. You're the worst father ever! I'm ashamed that you're my father! I told him to stop wasting money, but he just didn't listen. At this rate, I'll never save up enough for my mom's treatment. Mom, don't worry about money, okay? I got this. Oh dear, don't worry about me. Just focus on your studies. Mom told me to stay in school, but I needed the money. So I dropped out of high school and started working full-time. I didn't have a GED, so the pay wasn't that good, but I was able to work longer hours now, so I was making much more than before. I made just enough to pay for my mom's treatment. I kept my own spendings to a minimum. Dad kept digging into my mom's savings. He just didn't care. I hated him, but I didn't even want to talk to him, so I ignored him. Once Mom comes home, I'm gonna tell her to divorce him. But then, stay strong, Misaki. Misaki, I love you. Those were her last words. She fought really hard to beat this, but there was nothing the doctors could do anymore. Mom! 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 I cried for days. I couldn't stop crying. But my dad? He didn't even care. Then he started saying, "When are we getting her insurance money?" I couldn't believe it. What's wrong with you, Dad? How dare you? Are you not even sad? You're a horrible person. All you care about is yourself and money.
Well, if you don't like it, then get the hell out!
Huh?
You said you were ashamed that I was your father, remember? Well then, I'm no longer your father. I decided to sell the house, so get your stuff and go.
I couldn't believe it. Dad put the house up for sale. I tried to put a stop to it, but he signed all the papers already. There was nothing I could do. Why would you do this? Why? Ugh! A few days later, the movers came and got all the stuff out of the house. Then my dad said good luck and left. I just stood in front of the house not knowing what to do. A few minutes later, the real estate agent came by and told me to leave. I didn't know what to do anymore. But then,
Misaki Yoshikawa?
this black sedan pulled up in front of the house. I had no idea what was going on.
Please, get in the car.
Huh? They told me to get in the car. Wait, did my dad sell me off? He wouldn't. I know he's a terrible person, but I don't believe it. Screw this. I've got nothing to live for anyways. Whatever happens to me, I don't care anymore. They asked me a few questions in the car, but I just ignored them.
We're here.
Huh? Fukuyama? We arrived at this big house. Fukuyama? That sounded familiar. So I got out of the car, then... Fukuyama? Is that you? It was Fukuyama, my old classmate.
Yeah. From the looks of it, I guess they didn't tell you anything. You quit school without saying anything, so I was worried about you. Then I heard your house was being sold, and I sent my guys over to check up on you. Then they told me your father just left you there. So I told them to bring you back here.
Wait, hold on. I thought my father sold me or something. I had no idea what was going on. Then Reito started explaining things to me. So, Reito's parents were very wealthy, and the people that came to get me, they were his butlers.
When I was a kid, my parents were always telling me to study and stuff. That's why I was acting out and stuff. But then when I was in 9th grade, my mom died. Before she died, she told me to clean up my act and help out my dad. So that's exactly what I did.
He said that's why he had to switch schools. His family moved near his mom's hospital. As I stood there trying to process all this, Reito started talking to one of his maids.
Look, if you need anything, just let one of them know, and they'll take care of you. Got it?
What? But hold on. Then they took me to the dining room and fed me. After dinner, they showed me to my room. That night, I slept like a baby.
You sleep okay?
Yeah, thanks. But listen, I really appreciate all this, but I think I should go. I don't want to be a bother.
It's no bother. I don't mind.
But, I don't know. Look, once I have enough money saved up, I'm gonna move out and get my own place, okay?
Don't! Just stay here! Come on. Look, back in middle school, when you stood up for me, that meant a lot to me. And, well,
Wait, what? Reito started blushing. His maids were eavesdropping on him. They were snickering. I kept telling him that I was gonna move out once I had enough money saved up. A few months later, I had enough to get my own place. But then when I told Reito, he got really upset.
Fine. You know what? Why don't you work here then?
Huh? Here?
Yeah. you can be one of the maids. Whatever they're paying you right now, we'll double it. If you say no, I'll use my dad's connections and put your current employer out of business.
What? Don't do that. And so I started working at Reito's house as his maid. The other maids were really nice to me, and I actually enjoyed working there. And they taught me all kinds of things, including how to cook.
This is good.
Yeah? Good to hear.
If I marry you, I'll get to eat this every day.
Marry me? What are you talking about? But he was starting to grow on me. I still missed my mom, but spending time with Reito made me feel better. Then, about a year later...
I graduated from high school,
Congratulations!
and I'm 18 now. Let's get married.
What? You serious?
Yeah. You don't want to marry me?
It's not that, but...
You know you like me.
Yeah?
Then it's decided.
And so, just like that, we got married. Reito's father was thrilled to hear the good news. I never thought I'd end up marrying Reito, but I guess you never know. Mom, please watch over us. I think Mom would be very happy to see me like this. A few months later, something unexpected happened. It was my father. When he heard that I got married to a rich guy, he came crawling back to me.
Misaki! Long time no see. I missed you. Hey, can you lend me some money?
He said he blew all the money he got from the house on the racetracks. He was flat out broke now. He was so dirty and miserable. I almost didn't recognize him when he showed up at my doorstep. You've got some nerve showing up here like this. You're dead to me. Get the hell out. Never come back.
Oh, come on. Just 10 grand, please?
Then Reito's car pulled up. Reito, hey.
Hey, who's this?
Oh, my dad. He wants me to lend him money.
Oh,
He stared at him for a few seconds. Then,
I've heard about you. How dare you show up here like this? You make me sick. Don't ever come back here again. I'm serious. If you do, you'll regret it.
Reito's bodyguards threw him out. We moved to a different house after that just in case, but I don't think we have to worry about him anymore. A few months later, Reito looked into my father's whereabouts. He was in the North Sea working on a crab fishing boat or something. Looks like he was in a lot of debt to some scary people, and that was the only way he could pay off his debt. I'm so sorry about him. I'm ashamed he's related to me.
Don't worry. This isn't your fault. And I'm not gonna let him hurt you anymore. So don't worry.
Thanks, Reito. You changed. You're nothing like the Reito I knew back in middle school.
Oh, don't remind me. It's embarrassing.
It was a rough couple of years, but I'm just glad everything worked out. Time to move on with my life.